I think this is kind of where you build your armor, is in environments like this, and you got to be really tough to be a successful founder.
Hey folks, Flo here with Blockchain North. I'm here at Futurist 2023 with Michele Romanow, who I'm going to let introduce herself in maybe 30 seconds and also telling us what you're doing here.
Sure, I'm a serial entrepreneur, built multiple different companies, including Clearco. I've been on the Dragon's Den TV show for more than 9 years as an investor, and so I've seen my fair share of ups and downs in the startup world.
Yeah, of course. So what is your take on blockchain? And again, what are you doing here specifically?
You know, I think I'm always, I was very early in fintech. We started Clearco in 2015, so have been around this space for a long time, and I'm just always interested in what's happening and what's new in the space.
Yeah, for sure. And so are you integrating any blockchain technology in any of your businesses since you're pretty close with fintech?
Yeah, right now, not on the immediate horizon. I think there was a lot to deal with in terms of just the changing economy and everything else this year, but I think it's always a possibility that we look into more.
For sure. So what is your take on blockchain? What does it mean to you, and what do you think is its potential?
Oh, I think there's an enormous, look, when I looked at the fintech space, 10 years ago, all the newspapers were being disrupted, and that became social media today. And when I look at 2015 to 2025, it's really about this giant banking disruption that we're going through. And so part of that is fintech and fiat. Some of that is crypto, and I think we're still, even though it feels like we're kind of 10 years into the space, I think we're still really early on in terms of mass adoption.
What interests you the most in blockchain? Any projects in particular? Any applications, use cases?
I think Ethereum is still underrated, and the Canadian, dollar lake. But there's been quite a few. Just the way you can decentralize things is pretty incredible.
Yeah, we interviewed Alex Tapscott recently. I don't know if you know him, but he mentioned that he believes Ethereum is actually the biggest business export Canada has ever had.
Yeah.
He said most people might say RIM, BlackBerry, but he says actually this is a platform technology, so it's actually a huge contribution to the world.
Totally.
Do you think that's recognized even in Canada?
No, not enough. Not enough. That was, truly, I think, a pretty incredible contribution, and we should celebrate it more.
So you've championed so many projects and TV shows, and what do you think we can do to make Canadians realize, be more proud of this incredible innovation, and then embrace it and build on it, basically?
I think it's really about telling the story, right? I think Americans are incredible storytellers at getting the word out, and it takes years to build some of these things, so we just have to be a little bit patient with them as well.
Did you get a chance to talk to any blockchain developers or entrepreneurs in your short time here?
I just got here. I flew in earlier this morning, so just getting to hear what people are up to.
So do you have any questions?
Tons. What's the most exciting project to you right now?
I would say, that's really tough. Ethereum is certainly a huge one. I think Bitcoin remains the 1,000-pound gorilla that is, gonna, and it is also a platform technology, which I think a lot of people don't understand. You have the layer 2 called the Lightning Network, and so many things can be integrated into that. And Bitcoin's scarcity is completely unique. No other project has scarcity built in it. I want to ask you about the economy, because you said something on stage that caught my attention. You said that you still expect a major recession.
Yeah.
Why and when?
Look, economists are wrong 50% of the time, and I'm not going to be better
you're not an economist.
than 50% of the time. I think, we just did the largest experiment in quantitative easing by a factor of 10 to 50 of what we've done before. And we didn't let the natural recession happen when it was supposed to, right? We had a virus, and we shut down economies. And when you shut down an economy, it's supposed to go down by half. And we didn't do that. We chose to print trillions and trillions of dollars. That is still yet to make its way through the system. I think we are still probably not measuring the inflation we're getting correctly. And, the employment numbers are a little bit strange, how we've continued to stay in a very low employment environment. But I'm just not sure the fundamentals of what we're building are quite there right now. So look, my hope is that we don't get a recession. I just think that we've still yet to see all of the effects of the quantitative easing experiment we've done.
I completely agree, by the way, that you should have had a recession. I've been saying that for years as well.
It was insane. If you shut down an economy, you're supposed to have a recession. And recessions correct a lot of things that are happening in economies. But we chose to do things very different, and I think world leaders did that, and so now we're going to see the effects of this experiment.
Delayed and maybe bigger, yeah. So you recently stepped down as CEO of Clearco. I think you're still chairman. And,
8 years in.
8 years in, that's it. What are you working on right now? I'm sure you have other projects.
Yeah, look, I'm still doing a lot of work on Clearco. We just filmed season 9 of the television show. I've done a really fun podcast with Audible called The Revisionaries about how to build a business and the war stories from the ground up that people have really liked. So I got a bunch of things on the go and constantly looking at different investments.
And you're so young. I mean, when I just look at you so close like this, and considering the aura you have, especially in the business community, what do you still aspire to at this young age, having already accomplished so much?
Oh, there's still a lot more to build. There's a lot more to build.
Could it be in any area, any sector? Do you have any crazy ideas?
I'm pretty agnostic. I mean, I don't have an immediate idea. Look, I was running Clearco for 8 years. I'm a little exhausted right now, so I'm just taking a beat because it's been a second. But there's a lot of spaces that have cool things happening right now.
And finally, what is your advice to crypto entrepreneurs, being again that you've gone through the ups and downs? You said earlier that you've failed way more times than you've succeeded. I think Michael Jordan has a famous statement where he says he's missed way more hoops than he's actually got them in. I mean, crypto it's a bumpy ride. It's very scary, I think, for a lot of people. What would you tell the entrepreneurs?
Buckle up. I think this is kind of where you build your armor, is in environments like this, and you got to be really tough to be a successful founder. And so kind of living through some of this, pivoting through some of this, understanding that your business can make it is just a really important learning experience.
Thank you very much for your time.
Of course, it's great
Appreciate
to be here.
it.